members of the Legislature and Executive Council, honourable members of the National Assembly and the NCOP, Judge President and esteemed members of Judiciary, Boetapele Bantri Amarena, Limakoisan, leadership of SALGA in our municipalities, the Provincial Commissioner and Management of SABC, the Regional Commissioner of Correctional Services, leaders of Chapter 9 institutions, leaders of the African National Congress and the Alliance, all our special guests, ladies and gentlemen. Honourable Speaker, I have graciously accepted the responsibility to serve as the Premier of the Free State for this 7th administration. I am sincerely humbled by the trust the ANC has bestowed on me. But none of this would have been possible without the conviction of our people. I'm deeply grateful for the support of the people of our province. Your voices have been loud and clear, signifying your unshakable belief in the ANC. These elections bear testimony to the dictates of the Freedom Charter that, and I quote, "the people shall govern, and that no government can justly claim authority unless it is based on the will of the people." I undertake to uphold the trust and confidence bestowed upon me in this position. I understand that power carries significant responsibility. Over the past 4 months of our election campaign, we began a journey to visit every household with one message, and I quote, "let's do more together." We expressed a humility call to our communities to vote the ANC to further advance and consolidate the democratic gains of the past 30 years. Our election manifesto was anchored on the following key 6 priorities: put South Africa to work, build industries to achieve an inclusive economy, tackle the high cost of living, invest in people and ensure local government delivers, defend democracy and advance freedom, build a better Africa and the world. This remains a strategic goal that we will pursue. The election may be over, but the campaign is not over. The campaign to regain the trust of our people and restore the glory of the ANC. The campaign to deliver services to our communities has just begun. We reaffirm our commitment to prioritize the collective needs and interests of the people and give practical meaning to the hopes and aspirations. Through their vote, the people have directed us to do things differently. They want more responsive and accountable government that works. Honourable Speaker, we are meeting during an important month in which we celebrate the contribution of women towards the freedom we enjoy today. As we celebrate this month, we are reminded of Victoria Mqeke, who was brutally murdered by the apartheid regime on the 1st of August 1985. Their contribution towards a democratic dispensation can be traced back to 1913, when Free State women in Windhoek demonstrated against the past laws. This action of defiance spread to other towns in the province, which include Bloemfontein, Forest Smith in Karib, and other parts of the country. With this act of bravery, women demonstrated that their unity of purpose can surpass any other challenge. We celebrate and honor their courage. But today we are faced with the scourge of gender-based violence and femicide. As women, we have the capacity to confront this pandemic. As we call upon men to take the front line in this battle and lead in the fight of this GBV. Honourable Speaker, given our experience, we now know what works better, what does not work, and what needs to be done. Valuable lessons have been learned. We'll address unemployment, reignite economic growth, eradicate poverty, and reduce inequality. These goals go beyond mere intentions. They reflect our unwavering commitment to create a better life for all. We dare not fail, for we have come too far. Looking back at the past 30 years, we have made strides and changed our society for the better. Today, the Free State is a better place for all to work, live and prosper. Today, the Free State is a much better place than it was yesterday. The promise of a better life for all remains as true today as it was in the past. People have access to water, electricity, and housing. The quality of education has significantly improved, and universal access to healthcare is becoming a reality. Progress towards gender equality is notable, and efforts to build shared economic growth are on course. However, challenges remain. Our work is far from complete. There are areas of concern just as much as there are areas of great opportunities. Honourable Speaker, the new chapter of our democracy under the government us to work together to harness our limitless possibilities to shape the present and future growth trajectory of our country. Here in the Free State, Honourable Speaker, we'll establish a new thinking drawing from our collective wisdom to make it work. Our strength lies in our shared interest, and together we have much to offer. The next 5 years represent a moment of great reawakening and the ushering of a completely new society. During his opening of Parliament address, President Cyril Ramaphosa outlined the following priorities for the 7th administration. Priority number 1, to drive inclusive growth and job creation, reduce poverty and tackle the high cost of living, build a capable, ethical and developmental state. We'll implement these priorities with renewed vigor. Our actions shall instill a sense of purpose and inspire hope for change in our province. Honourable Speaker, attaining inclusive economic growth features high on our agenda. This is no surprise. Unemployment remains a crisis of our time. It perpetuates poverty, breeds hopelessness, and deepens deprivation. This is worsened by low economic growth, which is projected to be at 1.1% this year. Our provincial contribution to the national gross-domestic product is a marginal 4.9%, while the problem of inequality continues. It shall never be business as usual. Our action shall be both decisive and aggressive. No effort will be spared to grow the economy. For all of us, this is now or never moment. The agricultural sector holds immense potential for food security, high labor absorption rates, and rural development in our province. Considering that we are in an agricultural province, we'll increase our agricultural sector contribution from its current base of 6.8%. We'll prioritize the production of high-value crops, exports and value addition to increase our agricultural market share and productivity gains. Our strategy will include creating an agro-manufacturing complex to leverage our centrality and access to markets such as Gauteng. Neglect of our rural areas will be a thing of the past. We will unlock the potential and transform them into hubs of economic prosperity. It is encouraging that 13,389 subsistence farmers have benefited from our food security program. However, lasting solutions require more than this. Our rural reform actions will include the provision of affordable and reliable transport, adequate storage facilities, and improve access to market. We'll repair and maintain rural roads, expand social services, protect labor rights, and leverage technology to improve security in rural areas. Our Agri-Parks program and farmer production support units will continue to offer support to small-scale and emerging farmers. Honourable Speaker, mining is undoubtedly a sunrise industry, and to harness its immense potential, new mining opportunities will be identified to drastically increase this sector's contribution to the provincial economy from the present 9.8%. We'll remove all barriers to entry and support small-scale miners in sectors such as sandstone, clay, diamonds, and other commodities. We welcome the deployment of a multi-sectoral team led by the South African Police Service to combat illegal mining by Zamazamas. We are happy that arrests are being made daily, heavy sentences imposed, and our economy being protected. We'll continue to work with this team to reclaim our economy from criminal activities. We'll also establish a sustainable post-mining economy and address the environmental impact on mining, Reuse of our mining infrastructure to support our present and future growth will be prioritized too. The fourth industrial revolution wave presents innovation to stimulate inclusive economic growth. Besides the petrochemicals, will drive investment in sub-sectors such as textiles, food, beverages, chemicals, automotives, and metals through improved access to market, skills development, and finance. We'll strengthen our existing partnership with institutions of higher learning to enhance research, development, and innovation. Valuable progress has been made to revitalize the Botshabelo, Putadichaba, and Tabanchu Industrial Park as manufacturing hubs. An employment figure reflects this progress. 11,159 people are employed in these industrial parks. The phase 2 of the Rolling Star smelter, with an additional investment value of 200 million rands in the Tabanchu Industrial Park, has commenced. To demonstrate our commitment to increase investment in the province, we are refurbishing factories across our industrial parks. We implore the Department of Labor to conduct inspections across our industrial parks to ensure compliance with employment standards and humane working conditions. Mona Laharintsere Tabela, Habat Wako Investor Kahara Province Yarona, Barretet and Misebets, Saurus Namusidumela, Kurakara Misebetsio by exploit. Ena Yonado Petonela Maso will go and visit these parks and then what you call unannounced visits, just to make sure that these people really comply. We'll appreciate the job creation, but at the same time, we are not going to tolerate any form of exploitation to our people. And every year, more resources will be allocated for these people. Working with SITAs, we make funds available for women entrepreneurs, their cooperatives, to participate in our industrial park. Mona recopile letona, leke bomme, leke le ba fe di factory, ba bula their own cooperatives, retse di uniform tsa rona in our own provinces tsa bana ba dikolo tsa rona. Because there's no point of establishing or assisting women or young people to form these cooperatives when they don't have market. And the only market is for us to give them factories and support them and rebabakele market and market ute mema boya ute mona. Letsona tsa basebetsi di phatlo tse sebetsang di tswe hona mona di etswe ke batho ba rona di factory tsena kaofela. The future is digital and will not be left behind. We'll unlock the potential of the digital economy through investment in ICT infrastructure. We'll change the digital landscape of the Free State by ensuring broadband connectivity of all government facilities by the end of this term. A connectivity plan will be developed and funds will be made available to connect schools, clinics, hospitals, and government offices. Additional funds will be sought from the private sector and our partnership with Broadband Infra for implementation of South Africa Connect. The implementation of South Africa Connect will continue. The Free State has a rich culture, beautiful landscape, and a great hospitality. So our path to growth and development also lies in tourism. More opportunities will emerge if we improve marketing, expand tourism routes, and support diverse ownership profiles of tourism establishment. Efforts are underway to refurbish the Steksfontein, Philip Sanders, Maria Moroka, and Harib Dam nature reserves. We'll explore prospects of public-private partnership to maximize the potential of these and other reserves throughout the province. We shall intensify discussions with the Northern Cape and Eastern Cape provincial government to explore investment opportunities in tourism, particularly in Karoo. Labor-intensive job creation methods to hold greater prospects to reduce unemployment and facilitate skills transfer. The extent and success of our expanded public works program exemplifies this approach. Through this program, we surpassed the 5-year target of creating 262,000 jobs by generating 293,265 jobs. Through this program, we'll scale up this program to instill a sense of purpose. Honorable Speaker, small and medium enterprise are the nucleus of economic growth. However, for this business to thrive, they require our support. In this regard, we launched the Youth Business Pitching Competition to provide youth startup business with access to financial and non-financial support. We are collaborating with Maluti Muteo and Goldfish Tivets to give expression of this initiative. We are pleased with our partnership with Coca-Cola, which is aimed at providing support worth 100 million rands to local businesses. Current benefits of this partnership include support to 27 touch shops, mostly by young people in Indabazo and Makulukwe, Majomo, MC. A total of 27 small and medium enterprises have benefited from the Free State Development Corporation Rental Incentive Scheme. Over the next 5 years, we will introduce various innovative support programs and incentives to expand access to finance, focusing on women, youth, people with disabilities, and military veterans. We'll rise to the occasion, and our actions will be intentional. There will be no excuse not to support local business. We will not be held back. This is what leadership is all about, and it is what the people expect. We'll strengthen the Free State Development Corporation and Maluti-Apofung Special Economic Zone through the implementation of turnaround strategies, capacity building, and governance systems. This work to reposition public entities will be concluded in this financial year. These efforts will bring focus and assist in attracting investment. Moving forward, payment of salaries in public entities will be performance-based. Monarere, obani le tshwantse re etse di SEZ re beye management o golang tšhelete e fetang bone ba itlisang as an investment. Motho tla tshwanela a fumane ka seo a se kenyang. Obane mmuso ke ba patala basebetsi tšhelete e fetang le go lona le itlisetse mmuso be re re area ke investment ke SEZ ya rona ke tse ding tsa dintho tse leng hore team ena ya 7th administration e tshwantse sebetse ka thata ho di lokisa dintho tse jwalo. Honorable Speaker, infrastructure investment is not only important but also urgent. Infrastructure creates jobs, improves lives, and enhances development. Most importantly, it connects people, cities, towns, and rural areas. Will accelerate the construction, upgrade, and maintenance of roads with our local contractors, with mainly youth, people living with disabilities, and women as beneficiaries. There's a road construction program in the Department of Community Safety, Roads and Transport, where service providers set aside resources to train women in localities where they are appointed. Some of the beneficiaries of this program have joined us today. They include Medeliwe Busako of Land Breeze Trading and Mpon Chalinchali of Sapolo Group Service. Where are they? Oh, Vale di Soloro. These women are grade 6 CEPE contractors. More women are being enlisted on this program. In Zastrong, we have a contractor that appointed Bomme Baba Beji by level 1 ba batla ba nyolla ba ba etse level 2 CE ba ba file a kilometer road ha re bua le nna tjena the actual Panbil road ra leboa for that initiative. Mary itlamile hore kaofela ba fumane mosebetsi ntateng ba lula ba tshwanetse ba latele tsela eo bomme batjha le batho ba side ba lo fumana share ya bona di-projecteng tsohle tse re di fileng batho gore ba nyolohe maemong a ba leng ona a di-1 CE ba ye hodimo ba kgone ho ikenela ona. Ha re tlo dropa ball. We intend to replicate this model across all infrastructure projects. We have noted with concern the practice of facilitating payments to service providers without work being done. We have noted with concern the practice of facilitating payments to service providers without work being done. We will embark on a process to recover all monies which were unduly paid to service providers. Speaker, era fumani dipetlele mo re fumane gona le borra kontraka ba amohetseng tšhelete empa batho ba rona ba thusetswa maemong e ra boneng dipetlele re tlo matha ka tsela e potlakileng gore ba kgutlise tšhelete ya rona. Basebeletsi ba mmuso ba patalang borra kontraka ba sa sebetsang le tlo kopana le pela difalla. Batho ba ngolang ba fang bona contractor certificates ba tseba hore batho ba comply bomme ke bane ba ditse ka letsong la ka le letone dipope sal dance. We have had an engagement with the IDT to ensure empowerment of local contractors. Our expectation is that all other similar implementing agents, which includes the GBSA, adopt the same approach. Mona re di agent tse fuwa mosebetsi mmuso ha re sa hlola re dumella hore tšhelete e tswe ka hara Freistata e re ha le di agent be le re tlela batho 100% force ya di-contractor tsa lona ka ntle re se re kopane le bona re ba beile mona ka nnete ha e sa hlola e etsahala eo tšhelete ya Freistata we have to benefit from that. Re se re kopane le IDT mme re emetse fela ho kopana le ena GBSA. We'll continue to strengthen our partnership with SANRAL for repairs, upgrade and maintenance of our roads. To date, we have transferred 568.75 kilometers of roads to SANRAL for improvements. These include R26 from Lady Brand to Bethlehem, R34 from the northwestern part of the Free State border to the KwaZulu-Natal border, and R74 linking Harrismith to KZN border. We will seek additional roads to SANRAL for repairs and maintenance. On completion, this roads project will bolster economic growth, facilitate access to essential services, and enhance interprovincial connectivity. We engage with SANRAL on a number of issues, including to ensure that they establish offices in provinces. And because we are trendsetters, SANRAL will soon open offices in all provinces. Ritse SANRAL e re bulele di ofisi ba tlwela kopana le batho ba nang le tabatabelo ya ba kgwebong ba kopanela di hotele ba kopanela strateng ba be le di ofisi mo e leng hore batho ba batlang tsebo le di project ba tla kopanela le bona teng. SANRAL has adopted the raffle labor recruitment approach to increase transparency used by Free State in infrastructure projects that SANRAL has adopted that. We are trendsetters. Number one. To leverage our centrality will enhance interprovincial cooperation of transport investment. Discussions with Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal to develop the Harrismith Logistic Hub will be initiated soon. We'll also develop plans to optimize the potential of regional airfields. Our collaboration with the CUT to expedite pothole repairs of our roads through Operation Valazonke will continue. The creation of safer and connected communities through our Welisizwe Rural Bridges Program in partnership with South African National Defence Force remains a priority, and with the acquisition of the yellow fleet will intensify the delivery of Welisizwe Rural Bridges. Mona ke mo eleng hore re santsane re tsamaya butle the temba bolula re tla tshwanela re tise go etsa program ena e tswa ka ramangau jwale e ye dibakeng tse ding. Our honourable Speaker, throughout the world, many major cities are built near riverbanks. Not only are rivers the source of life, but also trade and development. We know this very well. That is why we'll drive collaborative initiatives of the Vaal River City region between the Free State and Gauteng. This year we'll conclude an interprovincial implementation protocol with Gauteng that outlines the nature of our cooperation. We'll also appoint a project developer in the 2025-26 financial year for the planning and financing aspect of the creation of the Vaal River City region on the Free State side. Integration with Gauteng will be key. Progress made so far with Infrastructure South Africa to develop a bankable project pipelines for the Free State is commendable. 27 major infrastructure projects have been registered with Infrastructure South Africa for project preparation and implementation. We are pleased with the 16 million rands allocated for project preparation for the psychiatric hospital and district hospital in Mangaung. Project preparation funding has also been secured for Malutiapo Fund Renewable Energy Project and Mangaung Airport Development Node. Implementation of the pledges made during the Free State Energy Security Indaba and Free State Investment Conference is on course. We are working together with the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition Infrastructure, South Africa and the private sector to ensure these commitments provide impetus of our growth. With over 88 billion rands worth of renewable energy projects at different stages of conception and implementation, the Free State is proving to be a destination of choice for renewable energy projects. From our investment engagements, we look forward to the construction of Mabele Fuels Plant in Botterville, Petro SA expansion of its fuel depot in Bloemfontein, Petrol Agency South Africa issuing of exploration licenses to Free State businesses, and Sanelex's construction of a solar complex in Machabe, among many other pledges made. Let me take this opportunity to commend my predecessor, Honorable Mxolisi Dukwana, Honorable Mxolisi Abraham Dukwana, for spearheading the process to position the Free State as the country's central energy hub. Ke a leboha Ntate Abraham. In the next 5 years, we'll work with all role players to see through the establishment of an energy special economic zone in Machabeng as we position the Free State as the country's central energy hub. To enhance our provincial capacity for infrastructure project planning, preparations, implementation and monitoring, we'll establish a central coordinating project management office in the 2025-26 financial year. We'll develop a project management information system dashboard. This will include the implementation of the infrastructure delivery management system, which guides public sector infrastructure delivery. As the core of our priorities shall be to introduce mechanisms through which to circumvent underspending of infrastructure grants. We are outraged by elements who have resorted to distraction, intimidation, and extortion to get a share of contractors' projects without doing any work. These are criminals with no respect for law and order. To tackle these challenges, we'll work with law enforcement agencies. Honourable Speaker, we declare war on poverty. Poverty breeds deprivation and powerlessness. We want a province that is free of poverty and hunger. A sizable number of households are experiencing poverty, and behind the numbers are individuals without food, poor health and lost opportunities. Regardless, it is only appropriate that we appreciate our successes in fighting poverty. The scale and reach of our social wage is substantial. Of the 2,900,000 population in the Free State, 1,100,000 people receive social grants, and the SASSA pay out 1,440,000,000 rands of social grants per annum in the Free State. Honorable Speaker, rona re mmuso o kgathallang batho ba dikobo di mahetleng. Mme ke ka hona re nkileng letsholo la hore re tsamaye le letona mme Maleeto re lo tsebisa setjhaba sa Freistata ka tsohle tse le mmuso ona wa rona o na le tsona. Haholo re shebile ntho tse tshwana le bo grant in aid e leng hore re hlokometse hore batho ba rona ba e sebediso ha o thusa motho a sa kgone ho iketsetsa e le beneficiary ya SASSA o tlameha ho be le lethonyana le rofang lona. Mme mmuso ona o kgathallang batho o re ho setjhaba sa Freistata ha o ntso phusha motho a tsamayang ka wheelchair, ha o nka motho a sa kgone ho itlatsa, re tla o lefa 530 hodima mogolo o mme o fang. SASSA e fa wona as a beneficiary. Thankfully, 41.9% of 0 to 4-year-old children were attending early childhood development centers in 2022. These figures will improve. We'll continue to increase our investment in early childhood development through enrollment of more children, provision of learning material, training of practitioners, and maintenance of the centers. Children deserve nothing but compassion, safety, and nurturing. In the same way, we take seriously the protection of the elderly. They are pearls of wisdom, and we will be judged by how we treat them. Our Golden Games initiatives to extend their life expectancy and awareness campaigns are but an indication of the value we put in them. This is also evident in our old-age residential facilities for the elderly. Work to construct and refurbish our old-age homes will continue in earnest. The same care will be extended to people with disabilities. We'll protect the rights and create opportunities for them to work and live independently. Starting with ourselves, Honorable Speaker, we'll implement the proposal of building a disability inclusive government report next year. This includes the fulfillment of the said 2% target of employment of people with disabilities. The most rewarding investment for us as government will be the mainstreaming of people with disabilities in the mainstream economy of our province. Be assured that the next 5 years will be different. Far too many people go without food every day. No one should go hungry. That is why we have decided to provide nutritious meal to the vulnerable in our 55 community nutrition and development centers. We'll embark on road shows once more, aimed at creating awareness of all the services as I indicated earlier. Speaker, local government re ska ra bitsang dikopano fela re lo buang ka di-EPWP re ke re bitse matona re bitse mafapha a ke a tlo tsebisa setjhaba ka tsohle tse mmuso ona o nang le tsona. Re na le package ya bana ya uniformo e lekanang ka lebokalo ka 5.5 e leng hore bana ba sotleile ba ka ifumana mahala mmuso mona o etelletseng pele ke African National Congress. Haba lo apply the social relief ena ya 370 ba sentse re ba ruta le ka tsohle tse re nang le tsona mme Maleeto lile grant aid ha re sebedise ra le kopa local government jalo ka re le mention re memme dikopanong tsa lona re tlo jwetsa setjhaba hore mmuso ona o tshwereng hore batho ba benefit from bona. Cannot always be about the project but by hirang. It also needs to be about information. It's on the communicate drugs and substance abuse is a problem, and sadly the costs are devastating. Together we enhance program to fight the scourge. All users will be persuaded to undergo rigorous treatment, rehabilitation and life skills and development interventions in our centers. To intensify our treatment measures, 25,335,000 rands funding will be made available to 33 non-profit organizations in the next 3 years. Gender-based violence and femicide is a pandemic. Families have been destroyed, souls battered, and tears shed because of this case. We are saddened by the alarming scale of the killing of women, especially in this province, who perished in the hands of men. We send our condolences to their families. We are similarly hurt by everyday abuse of women and children. Empa re batla ho leboha basadi ba emeng ka maoto, re lebohe buang basadi e emeng ka maoto ka hara province ho etsa bonnete ba hore ra e lwantsha, mme re hloka bontate jwale hore joina to fight this case. As for the impact of gender-based violence and femicide, the effects are really long-lasting. This needs to stop. Enough is enough. Ntho ena dipolao tsa basadi le barwetsana ha e monate ho hang. Mme re ke ra itumela. Bekeng ena, weekend ena, re lositse one of the officials tsa SASSA a hatuweng ka koloi hape motshedisi Sebusi wa Thabantsho a hatuweng ka koloi jwalo ka mistress wa tsoseletso. Mme re re e tshwantse e fele. Tse ding tsa dintho tse motho bohloko ke dipeto tsa basadi le masea ka hara province ya rona. Hlomong tshwantse re bue hore bekeng ena fela e fetileng re bile le ngwana wa 14 years who's now pregnant, raped by a 14-year-old boy who has been arrested. Re na le ngwana wa 9 years a rapilweng ke ntate wa 45, ntate wa hae wa 45 years o tshwere. Re na le ngwana 11 years old raped by her deceased grandfather. Ha fetsa ho etsa ketso ena a ba inehana ya lehodimo kapa ke kae. Stepfather and uncle. The case is still under investigation. The 3-year-old girl raped by an unknown suspect. Anzabatua, the arrest is still pending. 14-year-old girl raped by her 53-year-old neighbor who has been arrested. 15-year-old girl, Leona pregnant, raped by her 50-year-old uncle. High our agenda is the intensification of the fight really against gender-based violence and femicide. Through education, community activism, empowerment, law enforcement, counseling, and the provision of shelter. Practices that deny the voices of women to be heard will be challenged. Efforts to transform notions and notion masculinity and entrench good values in men to prevent gender-based violence and femicide will be supported. More resources will be directed to Tutuzela Care Center, safe houses, shelters, and victim-friendly centers. More qualified personnel will be employed in our centers to provide professional help to survivors of gender-based violence. The continued attack on and murders of members of LGBTQI+ is yet another challenge that we really need to confront. We express our heartfelt condolences to the family of Kolisile and Zolibanze Mbudlela in Velkom, who perished in the hands of a ruthless murderer. Hobane fela badumela ho LGBTQ. Support will also be offered to members of LGBTQI+ community. Honorable Speaker, quality education lifts people out of poverty and unlocks their potential. We are proud of our #1 spot at the best performing province in the country since 2019. The grade 12 class of 2023 achieved a pass rate of 69%, reclaiming the #1 position in the country. Our aspirations in the next 5 years remains simply the best. May the soul of Comrade Kedima rest in eternal peace. Success will require that we work closely with the teachers, learners, and parents, all of whom are important to our education achievements. We know we can count on your support. Continue to make us proud. Even in the next 5 years, focus will still be on the 4th industrial revolution, enabling subjects such as coding, programming, and robotics. For this to happen, we'll empower teachers with digital capabilities. Schools will be equipped with the requisite ICT infrastructure. Investment in school infrastructure will continue. New schools, hostels, ablution facilities and offices will be built and others refurbished. Schools will be repurposed to better respond to our development priorities. Ongoing initiatives on our speaker to improve the performance of educators through bursaries, professional development and mentoring will be prioritized. We are transforming the food security to enhance learning and teaching. Our school nutrition program feeds nutritious meals to 538,500 learners in quintile 1 and 3 schools at primary, secondary and special schools. Honourable Speaker, of course our growth and development success is dependent on the provision of quality health care. Factors such as urbanization and changing lifestyles are putting immense pressure on our healthcare facilities. Irrespective, we are edging closer to universal access to healthcare. Data shows that public health facilities were the most used by 66.5% of the households in the province, and availability of medicines is above 90%. Just over 70.3% of the clinics in the province obtain IGL and Office of Health Standard compliance status. Improvements are continuing. Brick by brick, we continue to improve our healthcare infrastructure. We'll double our efforts to refurbish, construct and maintain our facilities. We'll increase clinic operating hours, expand non-communicable disease programs, strengthen emergency services, enhance the intake of health professionals, and implement a retention strategy. Motsamaisi wa dipuisano, ke batla ho toboketsa taba ena ya makoloi a tsamaisang baeti a ba isang dipetlele tse fapaneng ka hara province. Hore re se re buile le letona hore ka nnete ha o etse kelello hore nkgono kapa patient e tlo hoseng ka 5 e lo palama ambulance ka 6 kapa koloi ena e tsamaisang bakudi. Ha ba fihla dipetlele re hlokometse hore ba attendwa pele, ba fuwa priority. Empa nako e ba e dulang moo ka mora moo ka nnete yona ha e amoheleng. Ba tswa ka mono ka bo 11-12 koloi ke ba palamisa hape ka 5. Se re buile le ntate Mahlatsi e fedile pati eo batho ha ba iso hae ka nako. Obane ba bang ba di-patient ba rona re patala le batho ba re feletsang ho ya stopong. La re khutla tshwantse re batle batho ba re feletsang ba re tshaba batho ba leng ba ka re le matsatsi le. Jwale re itse ho change schedule. Ha batho ba dutse bongane o bo mo dudisa 5 hours a qetile empa ha bona e le versus road ka nnete na ya re thusa ntho eo kanti re ka dumella hore motho ha fetsa ho sebetswa ka 2 kapa la koma re tlo change schedule seo bakudi ba rona ba khutlele malapeng ka nako e nepahetseng koloi eo e be khutla ha e be tshwaneleng ke ba ba e ba isa ka empa yena ya ho dudisa batho ba qetileng dipetlele yona ka nnete re se re tlo e fedisa hang. This work is even more urgent with the promulgation of the National Health Insurance Act of 2023 to strengthen healthcare provision. Beyond investment, owning a house is about building families and dignity. Knowing these essentials will accelerate the construction of houses. The good news is that 84.9% of households in the Free State are living in formal dwellings compared to 13.4% that are residing in informal dwellings according to the 2022 General Household Survey figures. These are important achievements, but still not enough. We need to do more. We'll significantly scale up our efforts to deliver houses Ntate Mokoena, ena ke challenge e batho ba votileng ba itseng ha ke re attending, me I hope re tla etela ka pele taba ya ho ahela baahi ba Freistata matlo. We'll provide service sites for people to build their own houses, and all incomplete houses will be completed in this 5-year cycle. Overcoming the housing backlog will require an increase in subsidies and affordable financing options. Provision of title deeds will be accelerated. Failure to complete houses and the slow pace of delivery by contractors will not be tolerated anymore. We will be tough. They will have to shape up or ship out. By the end of this financial year, we'll complete the process to clean up our housing database. This will minimize irregularities and delays. We'll forcefully drive special integration and bring people closer to places of economic opportunities. Human settlement in cities will be inclusive. We'll purposefully pursue a working relations with Mangaung Metro Municipality and other municipalities to identify inner city land to promote densification and integration of communities. More government land will be released for human settlement. At the center of all this, there should be empowerment of our people. This 7th administration, it's on the Shebe, or land ya government, re-register batho kapa re partner le business re-develop ba ditoropo tsa rona. Di-building tse ka hara motse ona rona haholo mona mo thweng ke capital city, the city of roses. Ka nnete re tlo tshwanela hore land e leng teng mona re ntshe jwalo ka mmuso, borakgwebo ba re atamele, ba re jwetsa hore jwalo ka batho ba Afrika, jwalo ka re itse re batla manifesto wa rona re bue le ka Africa Live, re nke batho ba rona ba batsho ba ke ba reke lefatshe kapa ba develop lefatshe le re nang le lona. Di-accommodation tsa bana ba sekolo, di-building tse ka hara ditoropo a ke di tleng ka mona ka hae ka batho ba bo rona in this 7th administration. Ha o thuso ba le lefatshe le dutseng fela ho fihlela bo ramenyetla ba fihla banka ba le nkela lona. Ha re etseng dintho ka tsela e nepahetseng, re fane ka di-opportunities. Initiative to repurpose abandoned buildings will be introduced. Various models such as build, operate, transfer, long and short-term leases, refurbish, operate, transfer, and outright sale will be implemented. Necessary support will be provided for the development of the mixed-use Maluti Gateway Development Project and the Interbazo Smart City. Honourable Speaker, we have come too far to see divisions in our society. We are a nation founded on the values of equality, non-racialism, and human rights. The government of national unity embraces these views. We embrace them too. We will use sport, arts and culture to unite the Free State province. We will entrench the value of our national symbols, orders, anthem, flag and constitution to celebrate our diverse national tapestry. National days such as Women's Day, Freedom Day, Mandela Day, Heritage Day, and Human Rights Day will be celebrated with a great spirit of patriotism. After successful hosting of the social compact in Bizos in Mangaung, Metropolitan Municipality, Karib, Legislature, and Tabamfutsanyana District Municipality will complete the remaining Fezile Dabi municipality engagement by the end of this year. We listen to issues raised by our communities, and a comprehensive program of action will be developed to address those issues. The social compact will strengthen mutual partnership, collective responsibility, and coherence between government and social partners. A capable, ethical, and developmental state is also too important to us, Speaker. And in the next 5 years, we'll build an effective and efficient public service. As a start, we'll reconfigure our organizational structures this year. We can never overstate the need for a streamlined government that is fit for purpose. efficient, and aligned with our development policy priorities. Part of our restructuring work will entail the reduction of vacancy rates. We are implementing the framework towards the professionalization of the public service to ensure the appointment of qualified and competent individuals in government. This is non-negotiable. Besides being an obligation, this is an opportunity for us to reimagine our public sector as a whole, as performance matters more than ever before. Now recruitment is on merit, and Nukela entrance exam is binding. Extension of the rotation of HODs is based purely on performance and competency assessment tests for shortlisted senior management candidates is mandatory. In the future, all HODs will have to be vetted before being appointed. Speaker, ke utluka sponisa kamane o tla ka apply ka January pele o fumana certificate sena sa hao ha o thole lengolo la appointment bo kenele ba ema 8 months before ba ka appointu jwale re tla tshwanela re sebedise tsela eo ho etsa sure batho ba rona ba fitile di processes tse kaofela. An important aspect of Speaker, can I be protected from the red of the public service adherence to the Batupili principle? Courtesy is royalty. Our people expect no less than this in all of our government facilities. Next year, we will reintroduce the Premier's Batupili Service Excellence Awards to pay tribute to all hard-working public servants. Jale ha o ntse tla jalo ka ho rata mosebetsi re tla o lefa ka tsela different from this ones. As the Public Service Commission has directed, there shall be zero tolerance for unlawful instructions in the public sector. Honourable Speaker, professionalization of local government is also in full swing. Low tax structures, irregular appointments, poor performance and ineffective leadership are among the things that hinder service delivery. And continuation of these challenges is a formula for future crises. Our reality is that we have no choice but to transform local government. Work to assist municipalities in implementing the local government regulations on appointment and conditions of employment of senior managers will continue. We are committed to these regulations. As we are now seeing the difference, Section 57 managers are permanently employed as per the Municipal System Amendment Act of 2022. Municipal managers are appointed on a 5-year fixed-term contract. Ongoing support to implement the State of Readiness Assessment tool to measure change management, staff establishment and recruitment and performance in municipalities will continue. Along with the development of staff establishment, our support to municipalities include the review of their competency assessments. Honourable Speaker, building a capable, ethical and developmental state requires sound financial management too. However, where and who benefits from public funds matter will be the guardians of the public purse. We'll never tire from improving our audit outcomes. Our unqualified audit outcomes improved from 33% in the 2018-19 financial year to 44% the 2022-23 financial year. As for clean audits, they increased from 11% in the 2019-20 financial year to 22% in 2022-23. This is uninspiring. We need to do more. So we'll implement measures to prevent irregular, fruitless and wasteful expenditure. We'll work with the Auditor General to improve our audit outcomes. Next year, we'll conclude a skills audit for supply chain and financial management officials, including security vetting. Cost containment measures will be enforced. We shall have to do more with less. Speaker, payments of supplies within 30 days will be prioritized. We are pleased that between 2018, 2019 and 2022-23 financial years, 30 days payment to suppliers improved by 50%. Will drastically improve this. We'll continue to assist municipalities that receive poor audit outcomes too. Support measures provided will cover areas that include municipal budget, supply chain management, internal audit and risk management. We have placed Mafube and Tokoloho municipalities under provincial mandatory intervention to rescue these municipalities from financial crisis. We are pleased to announce that in Tokoloho, there is positive progress. Honourable Speaker, fighting corruption and ensuring good governance are critical in maintaining the integrity and functionality of our government. For a long time now, corruption has undermined the ability of the state to drive development and faster. Under our watch, corrupt officials will be delivered to law enforcement and prosecuted. Corruption breeds unemployment, poverty, and inequalities. We'll strengthen our partnership with Public Service Commission and law enforcement agencies to combat corruption and maladministration. Compliance with financial disclosures and lifestyle audits will be imposed. We'll implement consequence management in respect of officials who willfully disregard the recommendation of the Auditor General. To improve service delivery, we have begun a process by which to rotate HODs. These rotations are meant to encourage a more dynamic and innovative public sector. Change is never easy, but it is often necessary to achieve progress and success. Compliance with financial disclosures and lifestyle audits will be imposed. Action will be taken in instances where there are irregularities. Cases of officials doing business with the government will be referred to law enforcement agencies. We are implementing recommendations of Zondo Commission. Honourable Speaker, besides being professional, ethical and responsive, a public servant should embrace lifelong learning. This is about competitiveness and relevance. The Free State Training and Development Institute's partnership with the National School of Government and institutions of higher learning to build the capacity of civil servants at all levels will be bolstered. Apart from civil servants, we will continue to provide bursaries to young people to contribute to the growth and development of our province. Effectiveness requires that we increase our internship, learnership, apprenticeships, work-integrated learning and artisan development intakes. Only when we do this can we grow our economy. In embracing the fourth industrial revolution, we will spearhead a transformation approach to ensure the safety of our communities. Currently, we are on a quest to pioneer initiatives such as training pilots to operate drones and enhance our capacity to monitor our borders, farms, public infrastructure, including schools, clinics, and other facilities. This will be enhanced by our partnerships with SETAs and the private sector, ensuring availability of advanced technology in the fight against crime. In view of this, we are proud to announce a forthcoming partnership and implementation protocol with National Skills Fund. This partnership is aimed at facilitating comprehensive training interventions for our youth. This initiative will focus on providing accredited training in critical areas such as aviation, health, agriculture, IT, and border security. In this financial year, Honourable Speaker, we will create 34,000 training and job opportunities in collaboration with Unemployment Insurance Fund. A total of 1.9 billion has been made available by UIF for this purpose, and this program shall go a long way in addressing unemployment and enhancing workforce skills. Now, Speaker, figures by the 2022 Statistics South Africa General Household Survey indicates impressive progress in improving access to basic services in Free State. 94% of the household had access to tap water inside their dwellings, off-site or on-site. There were 78.7% household with flush toilets, and 93.4% of the household had access to electricity supply. A total of 72.2% household had their refuse removed once per week. Where service delivery is lacking, we'll be quick to intervene. Help to improve waste collection, management, and recycling will be provided. As Mangaung is a emisitse di kausu, re bone di phetho, ra leboha Mangaung. Partnerships with the waste management sector will be enhanced to explore opportunities and devise solutions to enhance our environment. Ways to increase our share of the waste economy and the support of waste pickers will also be prioritized. Will improve capacity of municipalities to spend their municipal infrastructure grants to improve service deliveries to communities. Ha ke ikarabele fela province, ke ikarabela le di masipale, re tlo le mathela, re bone hore tsena tsohle di a etsahala. Ska ba la re ke imelile, ke fuwe maikarabelo. The Eskom debt relief program to Nala, Masilonyana Machabeng, Malutia Phofu, Dihlabeng, Ketwana, Ngwathe, Mokaka, Phumelela Ntswelopele, local municipalities is a welcome move. We will be with these municipalities every step of the way to ensure that they adhere to the conditions of the electricity debt relief program. Importantly, we'll see to the implementation of the distribution agency agreement between Eskom and Malutia Phofu local municipality to restore these municipalities' ability to pay off its electricity debt. Work has begun in this regard. We have established a project management office to oversee the implementation of this agreement in Maluti Phofu. And our Speaker, communication, accountability, and responsiveness are fundamental ingredients of a strong relationship between government and the people. Make no mistake, we'll rise to this expectation and listen to the people. So, know that we are taking action. We owe it to the people. Constant communication about the service delivery needs is crucial. That is why moving forward, we implement a technologically advanced integrated complaint management system and establish interdepartmental service delivery rapid response management team. Involvement of communities in municipal planning process will be enhanced and political oversight amplified for improved service delivery. Speaker, management of CDWs will be enhanced to help bridge any possible service delivery gaps in communities. We'll build partnerships with municipalities to accommodate CDWs and agree on reporting mechanisms that will ensure they best service our community. Speaker, Renalidi CDWs, it's more than 14 years in this government. Tse long hara re tsebe di phela kae, di reporta ho mang, ba isa ka. Mokete o wa fela with this 7 years. There is no way you can be an official government o be le person mara ha re tsebe ho reporta kae. O tsoa ka nako e batlang, o ya mo batlang ka nako, no supervision, nothing. Ona le person, ona le di benefits tsa mmuso on. You can't even assist the very same ward councillors Semo. Then, why are we giving batho ba bang 370 hobane ba sa sebetse, and be re fa personally, be re fa more than 250,000 per annum. Give you level 6. O fapana kae hobane wena ka mona o thola illa phone ka tšhelete e kana le di-medical aid benefits, motho o mo re mo fa 370 wa fela one re tlo tshwanela re arole di-recipient tsa 370 le basebetsi ba mmuso. CDWs, you are part of officials tsa department tsa government ena Free State. Re tlo se kopa bo masepala le ha re sebetseng mo le provincial government, ha re tlo re thuseng re etsa di-systems mo batho bana ba tla theoela letsatsi le letsatsi ba lo reporta le ba monitor. Ha se ka ke bona mosebetsi o batho ba sebetsang fela from strateng. Se re fihlile he ba tla utlwa re se re le teng. We'll review and update the indigent registers of municipalities. To those who do not qualify to receive free basic services, be warned, we shall not hesitate to recoup monies and remove you from registers. Climate change is a reality. Raging fires, intense heat waves, extreme droughts, severe storms and heavy floods are but examples of this. Our collective efforts to deal with these challenges will include the implementation of the Free State Climate Change Adaptation and Implementation Strategy. Municipalities will be supported with climate change response strategies and ways to access green and climate finance from international donors. We'll also enhance our disaster preparedness and management by creating functional disaster management centers in districts and metro. For a better future, we'll invest in climate resilient infrastructure and leverage technology to understand and enhance our responses. Honourable Speaker, 30 years have passed since the attainment of our democracy, and these are no ordinary times. Expectations are high for the 7th administration to deliver. We have been entrusted with the future success of the Free State. What lies ahead of us is not about me or you, but the people. No one understands the scale of this responsibility better than all of us here. We need to serve their interests and turn their dreams into lived realities. And for this to happen, we need to grow the economy, create jobs, reduce poverty, and build a capable state. Surely, this is not asking too much. We cannot stress enough the urgency needed to deal with the challenges that confront us. There are no easy answers to these challenges, but there are no limits to what we can achieve when we work together. It is possible. And political will and determination have never been stronger. We'll transverse the path of development. In pursuit of a better life for all. I know we share the same optimism for a better future. Let us make it happen. Our journey will not be easy. Change is hard. There will be twists and turns, but we will not despair. If along the way we need to alter our course, so be it. This is a time to deliver. And as we do, we'll leave no one behind. Let me take this opportunity, Honourable Speaker, as I conclude, to thank my family for the continued support and understanding throughout the days I spent away from home. Let me also my sincere gratitude to the ANC, my other family, and its leagues, alliance partners, my friends, who sometimes covers for some of us when we are on duty, and leaders from other provinces. Speaker, I got a guest from Limpopo Legislature. The Deputy Speaker is amongst us, Mete Boho. Thank you very much for being with us. Kilebohe, NEC members, Tate Besani, Utadula Utore, thank you very much for being part of us and making sure that nka phone Lauro Omanya Mare che re utlo bua taba tsa bohlokwa ebile re bona e ka re ho bua president na go ho bua wena ke leboha baetapele ba ka ba African National Congress, Comrade Diwelele le wena Lauro Omanya empa re fa matla Then ke lebohe basadi ba ANC Muslim ba eleng hore ba nkentse seo ke leng sona tsatsing, they contributed as well. Your support shall never go unnoticed. Ke bone me Mantombela ute, our former premier. Thank you. Thank you for always being one of us as Free Staters. Thank you for the efforts tsa ho lwantsha GBV. Ke a o leboha le bua masa. Tseba batho ba ka la o bina wo tennis ya ANC ba ba ka etsa go fela for legislature. Jole le bona re sentse gape re tse go betu. Let me also appreciate the Director General, Ntate Kopung Radikonza. Ke a leboha ntate ka tataiso ya hao and the team. Ke lebohe office tsohle tse ntseng hore be tsatsing lena. Ke leboha. Ho leboha hape team e ka moraka ka letsohong le ka kria letoni, empa ke bone e mong wa rona o ka letsohong le letshehadi. Ke lebohe le bona ka tshebetso ya hore le betsatsing lena re eme mona re deliver speech sena. Last gratitude ke isa my former classmates of Maria's Dal, both girls and high school, they are here to support me for the first time. Barabakala Mengwa Parliament. Can you rise that well? Thank you very, very much. Others are still at the bed. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Hapekampo, who subs Bagot Reboni under your leadership. Very much for your support all the time and making sure that Retolwan Sabokuze. Kilebo a whole low and a speaker that tataiso ya how Katnabuzo. You remain our leader of this province. Thank you and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Premier. Thank you. Before the House adjourns, I wish to make following announcements. Members' photo will be taken immediately thereafter at the township front. The other members and guests should remain standing at the located places. And the President announce the Speaker of the Premier and the Secretary of the House. The House and the guests should remain in the located places while other members leave the House. Ushers will then direct guests and everyone where to go for their meals. The House shall adjourn until Tuesday, the 13th of August 2024, when the honourable members will be debating the Premier's address on the official opening of the Free State Legislature. The honourable Premier will also